Well, I had an old rake, an old steel tine rake with the plastic, with the plastic spreader or whatever it is, and it's just giving up too many things to be wide enough. And my parents came over here, and they brought some like $1.99 store poly rake, one of those plastic ones. And well, it starts bending on it, and it catches leaves, and you can't clean it because it's got like squared off teeth, unlike even when you flip it over. So what I did is I went and got a rake, and I didn't know they made them here in Iowa. It's a little expensive. I was going to get a new steel tine rake with with the springs on it. They wanted like 14 bucks up in Menards. Okay, I'm gonna go up there and get one. But then I started looking, what's the best rake? And there was this this rake. It's called a Groundskeeper 2 rake. It's made in Iowa. That's all it says. It's and it's got one of those, I don't know if you've ever used like a push broom. They got a real thin, like I don't know if they're aluminum. I'm pretty sure, this might be plastic. I don't know. But if it's what I'm thinking it is, aluminum, and it's like you let it, because I like, those are both wooden handles. That's my old rake, and that's that poly rake. And that, it's got some teeth missing, and anyway. So I don't know if this. Hopefully this is plastic, because if it's it feels kind of poly. Yeah, it feels like it's poly, and this is plastic. But these are supposedly replaceable, so you can. I don't know. I guess you push down on these tabs or whatever, or pull up. But anyway, it's as far as this rake sucks, because at first it's okay. It's a good sweeper. If it's a bunch of loose stuff sitting on top of the grass, it's great. But don't, and those kind of rakes, how you can get down and get under the grass. You can get on the grass with those. This one, it just goes on top. I mean, you got to really press hard. And when you press hard, it warps it. It's not warped right now because it's bent back to shape, but it's got a little bow to it, but it was just bowing out. It wasn't even hardly working. And this one, you can see the way that is, and see how these are circular round tines on this. And as far as raking, I don't know. It's got a wider blade than say one of those. Just a little bit wider. I think that's a 21-inch blade. And is it as wide as the plastic one? It's not as wide, but those plastic ones, once they warp, and you can't clean it, because see how the angle on that is? It does not clean. You have to stop and you got to pull it out. Those you can pull out, but even those with this, they kind of got that bend in it. Now the only thing I can say about this, I was going to say I'm disappointed that they have a metal handle, because I thought it was one of those cheapo brooms with a metal handle. You put a dent in them and then they bend. But I think it's poly. And those tines are I just cleaned out my trailer. I've been picking up leaves, and I just got a little pull behind trailer behind my lawnmower. And that, how those bend. I mean, it'll surface take, but I get that, and it dug down into the leaves. I mean, it was like 4 or 5 scoops, and I got my little trailer empty. That I would have been pushing, and everything else I would have used a shovel on it. But that did clean it out, and it's as good, maybe a little bit better than a tine rake as far as getting down the grass, because I went up against a fence where there's some leaves against the fence. And here, I'll show you. I got some leaves right here. Well, I'm using one hand. That's not a good demonstration. But this cleans off pretty easy. That's one thing about it. It cleans easier because of the round tines and how they're rounded, not square. See how these are square. Of course, rakes. I mean, they're not that difficult. But hopefully, this is a good plastic, and maybe I think this is a poly, probably like a PVC or something. But it's they're replaceable. They're pretty stiff. I think they're using for dethatching and stuff, because that's what most of the videos were showing it as a dethatcher rake. But one thing about it I don't like is you put it on I'll pick up my leaves, put them on a trailer, and I'll throw my rake on top. I'll just throw it on top of the leaves. Well, and it'll ride pretty good. This, I threw it on top and it fell off twice. I think it's because it's not as flat. See, it's just got 2 points of contact. It's got these, which wobble around a lot, and the end of the handle. So maybe it'll be better if I turn it like that. I don't know, but it fell off twice. I've only used it for like 10 minutes, but that's what I found out about it. And for being twice as much money, I don't know. Is it worth it was like 30. That's what the prices on the internet was. I went over to the store and I got gouged by taxes here. It was 34, and then I had $3 on top of that or something like that. So it was I've heard they were higher than that, but it's called the Groundskeeper 2, and it's made in the USA. So, but it's got good. I haven't found the bad points to it yet, except for it fell off and it's it's as good and a little bit better than a steel tine rake. And that's that I've had that rake for a long time, and it's good. It's good. It's a good rake, but it cleans out the trailer real quick. And I haven't really used it that much, so the more I use it, I might be more impressed with it later. I might give an updated review or something like that. But one of those, I would definitely not buy one of those. This plastic thing, see, the leaves go up there and they stick there, and then you got all them leaves sticking, and they gather in that close of an area, and they have to put that on there, otherwise these things would just break off. So you get them as soon as they clump up. You got no tines, because you're just pulling leaves. But they make a good broom, like if you got just stuff on top, it's pretty good broom. But after a while, you get it's warped. That's kind of warped there, you can see. Anyway, is it worth it? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I like it. I think it's a poly handle, so I like that part. Tines are replaceable. As expensive as this thing is, I don't know what they'll charge for them tines. Hopefully not a third of the price for each tine, So there you go.